I know Dejounte Murray didn't play against the Blazers, and Romeo Langford's been out with the hamstring injury, and Doug McDermott, same thing with the sprained ankle, even though I feel like Doug McDermott's been to a lot of college basketball games. But either way, I want to talk about how the NBA keeps disrespecting the San Antonio Spurs, who are technically still in the play-in right now, guys. If you look at the Western Conference picture, guess who's the 10th seed, okay? Guess who's the 10th seed? San Antonio Spurs. They're over here tied with the Los Angeles Lakers, and hey, I can tell you that they aren't happy, the Lakers, about that. But let's talk about this team. First off, Jokic Poeltl's a top 10 center in the NBA, top 5 defensive center in the NBA. Keldon Johnson is one of the best combo forwards, up-and-coming combo forwards, in my opinion, in the league. Imagine Keldon Johnson and Keegan Murray next to each other if they draft someone like Keegan Murray, okay? Or even Benedict Mathurin. But the thing is then you got Devin Vassell, okay, who I think is looking like a two-way 3-and-D threat for this team. Joshua Primo, who's a secondary playmaker, who's also a guy who could be a two-way threat for this team in the similar vein as Devin Vassell, but a better ball handler. I think Devin Vassell's the future small forward. Primo's the shooting guard. Dejounte Murray at the point guard position. Keldon Johnson at power forward. Jokic Poeltl at center. And you could argue, Devin Vassell might not be ready. So that's why I've been saying, and a lot of people agree with me in the Spurs community, that they need to go out and maybe trade one of their picks or two of their picks for, a Chris Middleton-esque level player. Okay, I'm not saying trade for Chris Middleton, but a Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. Did you see what happened to the Bucks when they got Drew Holiday and how he helped their team? And we've talked about Jeremy Grant as one of those players that this team could go out and they wouldn't have to give up too much for him. And there's plenty of other players that they could look at, including in here, who could not only add some scoring but add defense and some leadership, which I think this team would very much value. And I think if you continue to look over the landscape, a Malcolm Brogdon next to a Dejounte Murray could be very nice. I don't know if you guys are interested in that, but I kind of like that idea. Brogdon, Murray, and then you have what we would assume be Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell, Jokic Poeltl. Then you have straight off the bench Zach Collins, Joshua Primo, and I believe then you would have Joshua Primo and Zach Collins, Josh Richardson. Because if you have Vassell starting, Trey Jones, I think, is a decent starting backup point guard to come off the bench behind Dejounte. So Zach Collins backs up Jokic Poeltl, which is awesome. Keldon Johnson gets backed up by arguably Keita Bates-Diop. If they want to keep him, he'll be cheap. Devin Vassell would be backed up by Joshua Primo, arguably. Or, in this case, if they brought in a guy like, a Malcolm Brogdon, Josh Primo would back up Malcolm Brogdon, Josh Richardson, or Romeo Langford would back up, our man. Or Doug McDermott would back up. Or you could even start Doug McDermott if you wanted to. Back up Devin Vassell at the small forward position, and then your Trey Jones, Joshua Primo, and Lonnie Walker's a free agent if you want to make him one this offseason. I just think, dang, there's a lot of options for them this year, and I think they should explore it. And this is a team that if they do make the play-in again, because they made it last year. I think they lost in the beginning, but this is a team that definitely, I think is very close to competing again, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, I could definitely be wrong, and I'm fine with being wrong, But I do think this is a good team that people should be paying attention to, and that the NBA media isn't talking about how good they are, okay? And as a whole, nobody in the NBA media is going oh my God, the San Antonio Spurs are super good. Because, they are, and nobody's talking about it, which they should be talking about, because I personally think they are that good. And it frustrates me that no one is. Okay? It was an Argentine. I grew up, wanting to do a Euro step because of Manu Ginobili. When I would go visit my family in Argentina, they knew about the NBA because of the San Antonio Spurs. They helped the whole generation of people become fans of the NBA, like myself. Even though I'm not necessarily a Spurs fan, I have a part of my heart for the San Antonio Spurs. And I would like to see them succeed. I don't know about you guys, but hey. That's the video, guys. I hope you guys do have a great day. Love y'all. This is going to be the end of the video. So, hope you have a good one. But peace. Oh.